Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah, just take a seat. Can I offer you something to drink or anything?
No, thanks.
It's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find your way okay here? Or?
Yeah, first I took a different way, but that's also why I'm a little bit late, but
That's alright.
no, I found it.
You found it?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you come here?
Yeah, by bike, and yeah, it was so cold that I couldn't bike that fast. So. Yeah, but now I'm here, so that's fine.
Well, if you come with a bike, at least you don't need to find a parking spot or something like that. It's really bad around here.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm glad that you're here now. Yeah, is this your first time you've ever been to a counselor or something like that?
Yeah, that's my first time. Mm-hmm.
And did you decide on your own to come here?
Yeah, I did decide to come here on my own, as yeah, I think I really should talk to someone.
Okay. Okay, so then I start with just briefly explaining you how I work or how this session is going to be like. Yeah, we have about 30 minutes today, and I just try to get to know you. So we just talk about whatever you want to talk about, and whenever you have a question or you're not comfortable with talking about a certain topic, you just let me know or just ask the question. Yeah. And then also I need to inform you that whatever you say is going to stay in this room, so I'm not allowed to talk to anybody else. I can't tell anybody about it. But if I have the impression that you want to harm yourself or somebody else, I have to inform the authorities. So then, yeah, I actually have to talk to somebody about that, just so you know. Yeah, do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, then yeah, well, can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm 25 years old. I live in Groningen since 4 years now. I'm studying business, and I will finish my studies at the end of the year. I really like my studies. Yeah. Apart from that, I am even able to finish my studies earlier than the prescribed time. So
Nice.
yeah, it was very important to me that everything goes how I planned it, and yeah, so I'm quite confident with how everything is going right now, and I'm happy with how my study life is going on at the moment.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is it okay if I take notes during our session? Okay, just so you don't wonder. You can always look at them and stuff like that, if you want. Okay, so did I get that right? That then you started 3 years ago?
Yeah. No, yeah, I started 4 years ago because I'm already doing my master's.
Oh, you're already doing your master's. And have you lived in Groningen before, or did you move there?
No, I just moved here 4 years ago. I'm originally from the south, and yeah, I moved here because the university has a good reputation, and I thought this would be the best way to pursue my career as I was planning it to do.
Do you already have ideas about your career?
Yeah, I already planned more or less everything, so I want yeah, I will finish my studies in the spring or summer, depends on how fast I write my master thesis, and then I am planning to become a junior manager in a company, and then I will definitely try to get up higher in the hierarchy, and I hope that this will work as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also planning to live on my own, because at the moment I'm living at a student house, and I want to live on my own soon, and yeah, I'm also planning on that now.
Okay, so do you already know where you want to apply, or?
Yeah, I looked at some companies, so more or less I have an idea, but yeah, I first have to finish my master's, and then I will apply directly.
Yeah, that sounds like a well thought out plan. besides from studying? Like, what else do you do in Groningen?
So I live in a student house at the moment, so I do stuff with my roommates from time to time, but not that often because I mostly spend my times in the library because I do have to study a lot, so I mostly spend the whole day at the library because it's very important to me to finish as soon as possible and to get very good grades. And yeah, apart from that, I do spend time with my boyfriend, who's also living here in Groningen.
Okay, yeah, let's just focus on one thing at a time. So how many roommates do you have?
It's a big student house,
Okay.
so I think together we are like 8 or something.
Oh, yeah, that is quite a lot. And you said that you like to spend time with them. What do you usually do?
Yeah, we do sometimes cook or something. I mean, we don't spend that much time together because I don't have that much time. But yeah, if we do something, we would cook or watch a movie.
Would you say that you like to spend time with them, like as friends?
Yeah, as friends.
Okay.
Fine, yeah.
Okay. Have you recently moved there, or?
Yeah, I lived there already since the beginning of my time in Groningen.
Okay.
So since 4 years now, yeah.
Okay. So apart from studying, yeah, you spend time with your roommates and socialize a little.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned that you have a boyfriend. Is he Dutch as well?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on your relationship with him a little?
Yeah, so our relationship is going pretty well at the moment. So I was always looking for someone of whom I think that's the right one, and I really think he is because I was always looking for a good looking and also smoothly talking guy, and he's really absolutely this type of person. So we also get along very well, and in the past I also had some experiences with guys where I first thought that's the one, but then it turned out to be Mr. Wrong, so
Okay. Well, I've been there.
So now I'm happy that we're together now, but I'm also at the same time a little bit afraid that I could lose him.
Yeah, of course. How long have you been together?
Now we are together since 2 months.
Okay. Well, what makes you feel like you would lose him?
Yeah, so in the past, at the beginning, all my relationships were very like perfect. But then after some time, we were getting in trouble, and at the end, they never lasted for long. So I think my longest relationship was for half a year or something. And I had a lot. And I think the problem was mostly, or at least what they told me, that they thought, or they described me as very jealous.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know if it's about me or if it's about them, but when I'm together with someone, I always want to know where that person is, and I also always want to be with that person.
Yeah.
So in the end, they told me that they didn't like it as much as I. And at the moment, I think my boyfriend is still very fine with it, but I was just thinking maybe that was my problem in the past, that I didn't let them enough freedom. I don't know if that's true, but mean, for me, it's just like when I'm together with someone, I don't know why they should spend time with someone else, or at least, I mean, I understand that they want to spend time with friends and stuff, but at least I need to know where they are.
Okay. Has there ever been like a specific situation where you where you actually had to know where they are?
What do you mean by that?
For example, something happened, they got an accident or
No.
okay.
Nothing really specific happened. It's just, for me, it's very important to find the right one. And when I think I have that one, I'm just a little bit scared to lose that person, and I want to have like the situation under my own control.
Yeah.
I don't want anything like from external to happen to that person. Yeah, I just prefer to have everything under control. I mean, if he goes out with friends, that's fine, but I would prefer if we would do everything together, like more or less. And in the past, yeah, my boyfriends were all like, yeah, you're controlling me, because yeah, I also checked their messages and everything.
Okay.
And then I also looked, I installed an application to see where they are and stuff on my phone. Yeah, and they said that I just went too far, that I was way too jealous and too controlling. I don't actually know if that's true, but yeah, that's what they said at least.
So giving your partner some kind of freedom makes you feel like you can control them?
Yeah, I mean, for me it's very important to have everything under control. I mean, I planned already everything, my career, my life. I already know how to, like, which furniture to buy for our future house. I already know how the house will look like, what we will do, how our typical date will look like.
Okay.
So for me it's very important to plan. And I really don't like if those plans don't work out.
Okay.
So of course there needs to be some control, otherwise those plans won't work out. And of course also because I like my boyfriend a lot and I don't want him to, I don't know, I mean of course you never know, but probably he will go out with friends or something and there will be a nice girl and he would think, oh, she's nicer than my girlfriend, and then I'm the one, yeah.
Losing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that you really like to have everything under control. Would you, or could you elaborate on that one a little bit more concerning other relationships?
Yeah, so I don't have any siblings, so I only have my parents, and the relationship with them, yeah, is okay. So I have a good relationship with my mom, with my dad, yeah, as well, and I see them from time to time when I'm at home, but as I don't have that much friends, I didn't really have problems with that before. It's mostly about relationships,
Okay.
and that problem comes up.
Okay, so you mentioned you don't have so many friends, but what do you like to do with them? Like, do you do girls' night out or?
No, so mostly I do something with my roommates.
Okay. Yes.
And I have some friends from uni, but yeah, I also don't have that much time because I'm mostly studying. If we do something, or at least when I was single, we went out together, but yeah, now as I have a relationship again, there's not really a need for that.
Okay. Well, you said that since you're in a relationship, yeah, you don't really like going out that much anymore.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little further to me?
I mean, I think I went out mostly because I was looking for a guy or someone to spend my time with, and yeah, I mean most guys is also just going out to make out with someone or whatsoever. So I don't really see the reason anymore, and I also prefer to spend time with my boyfriend now.
Does he like to go out, your boyfriend?
Not that much. I mean, we also met at university, so he's also studying business.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and yeah, he likes it from time to time, but not that often. I mean, he's not that outgoing. He likes to do stuff with friends. So I think at the moment he's still fine with me not wanting him to go out all the time. But yeah, I'm just afraid because I feel like that in the past I was probably the one who was kind of responsible for the breakup of our relationships. So I really don't want this to happen again. That's why I also came here.
So you feel responsible for the ending of your relationship before?
I mean, I'm not really sure whether I was responsible over that. It was, I mean, normally you always say it's not only about one person, but mostly two. But at least they all said the same, like, yeah, you're controlling me, you're crazy, you're stalking me. I mean, for me that's not really stalking. I mean, we're in a relationship, so I need to check. But yeah, at least that's what they all said. They said, yeah, I really like you, but you're crazy and controlling, and I can't stand that. And after some relationships, I really started thinking, yeah, maybe there might be some truth in that. I'm not really sure yet, but with my boyfriend now, I'm really happy, and I really think he's the one, and we also have the same plans, so everything would fit perfectly. So I really don't want this to happen again.
Has he ever said something along the lines that with your ex-boyfriends?
Whether my boyfriend said something similar?
Yeah.
No, yeah, once he said, because he has been out with friends, and of course I was texting, like, where are you, what are you doing now, what are you up to, what are you drinking, and stuff. And then he was like, okay, I understand that you are wondering what I am doing, but probably not over the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if this was already a first sign, but...
And did you stop texting him then?
He also told me already, also only the next day, so I didn't know already. And yeah, I mean, for me it's also difficult to, I mean, if I know that something could happen, why should I not text?
Okay. So you're afraid that he would get hurt or he would do something wrong and you wouldn't know about it?
Yeah, that he would get to know another girl.
Okay. Just to summarize the relationship to your boyfriend a little, so I got everything right. You've been together for like 3 months, and yeah, now it's just kind of starts that you, well, or that he mentioned that you are a little too much, or you control him a little too much, but it's not that you actually talked about that yet.
Yeah, I mean, he asked me, why did your old relationships end?
Okay.
Because we didn't really knew each other, but I think, yeah, because we were studying at the same university, we knew, yeah, each other from seeing each other. We didn't never talk, but yeah. And then he also saw that I had always changing relationships and stuff.
Okay.
And then he said, yeah, aren't you the girl with the many relationships? And I said, yes, but that's, this wasn't planned to be like that. I mean, it happened, but now I really want a long-lasting relationship. And then he asked me,
20 minutes.
Oh, das kommt jemand rein.
And then they asked me, yeah, but why did they end? And then I said, yeah, the guys, they told me I was jealous or something. And then he said, yeah, were you? And I said, I wasn't jealous on someone or something like this. I just wanted to know where they are and stuff.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, okay, I understand. So I think he believes me that it was arranged.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's one step back and not focus on your relationship that much. You mentioned a few times now that you had lots of relationships and always a boyfriend. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Wow.
Well, okay, let's ask it a little more specific then. Have you, or are you, or well, were you actually single for a time in between, or you?
Yeah, always for like 2 months or
Okay.
something, because I mean I also needed to a little bit
Yeah.
calm down, and it was also always very disturbing because mostly I was not the one who wanted the breakup. But then I also saw in the end that the boys were just not the right ones. I mean, yeah, I really saw it, and then it was also fine for me and I could cope with it. But I need to say that I really prefer to have a boyfriend instead of being alone, because I also don't have that many friends, and yeah, so I really prefer that. And also because I really want in my life to go to another level of really being safe with someone and being able to build something like a life together, and being able to move together to really accomplish my plans. And yeah, I really just I want to go a step further in my life. Yeah.
So you have a really clear picture in
Yeah.
what your future looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. We are getting to the end of the session already. So today, yeah, as I said, I just tried to get to know you a little and try to get a first impression, if you can say it like that. And we've talked about your studies at first. You studied business and you really like your studies, you really focus on them and try to accomplish them as soon as you can. Yeah, also live in your student house where you have your friends and spend a little time with them, but not that much since you're so focused on your studies. Also, yeah, we've talked about that you have your boyfriend since 3 months and everything is going well and you can really like see him in your future and you want him to be there. But yeah, you're not really sure if this is going to last since you have, if I can say, like a bad experience with like keeping a relationship for a longer time in the past. Is that alright so far?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So my suggestion would be that we do a personality test. I don't know if you've ever heard about testing.
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah.
Does that mean you think I have a disorder?
No, not at all. So I'm just trying to get to know you. And the next session, or in general, if you decide to come here more often, I'm just trying to get a clearer picture of you and your circumstances, whatever goes on in your life. And testing will just help me to get more specific information about, whatever you like to do or what is going on with you. So it's not really, how can I say, it's not really, this is how you are, what you are, that's what you do. It doesn't give you any characteristics. It just helps me to get a better overview of you. Personality test tests more than just one characteristic, like there are lots of them, and then usually just answer questions on a questionnaire. You can decide if you, for example, there's a question like, do you like to go out? And then you can decide sometimes, maybe, whatever fits you. And I will be next to you or in the same room all the time, so if you have problems understanding a question or you're not comfortable with whatever the test is asking, you can always say that. And also what is really important to keep in mind while testing is that it's just a test. It doesn't, as I said, doesn't give you any characteristics. You can, of course, go high and low on things, but again, that doesn't mean that you have it or don't have it or you are like that. It just gives me a first impression, but it's not based on it. Well, your character is not based on the test in the end. Are you okay with that, or are you not comfortable with doing
I
that?
really want this like ever-changing relationships to end. So if it helps me, I'm really open to do it.
Yeah, I think at first it actually helps me just to get a better picture, but of course it's going to help you everything work out. So what I would suggest is you just go to the front and then to the receptionist and make an appointment for the testing, and then we'll see each other. Well, it would be best like during the week sometimes, and then we'll just see each other there again, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Okay, then see you then.
26. Do you want to blow off steam?
Well, oh gosh. First of all, I just can't stop laughing when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I just installed like things on my boyfriend's phone."
On my phone too.
To track them.
Yeah.
Great. I just ignored this change.
GPS.
But no, I thought, well, it was a little bumpy in between, and I of course had sessions that were better, I would say, but it wasn't the worst one. I think something in between.
I think you did good.
And I caught myself sometimes asking like double barrel questions, but I could just stop, like, or I'm just not going to say anything. Like,
Or
right, or nothing. And at first I was a little too specific, so I tried to do more reflecting towards the end or in the middle. But then sometimes I just wanted to know, like, I wanted to know if he's Dutch or not, because sometimes that brings so many more problems if they are from a different culture. But that's just whatever. And then the testing was a little like, I don't know, I just tried, whatever.
I think it was nice.
It was a little like, okay, I'm doing a personality test, and you're like, oh god. But then I tried to explain it a little more, and I thought that it was okay. But I mean, well, I just had to laugh all the time. It was just so great. Like, no, it's not your fault. I just loved it. Yeah, no, I just asked them what they drink and what they do.
I had a little fun in the role. Making up some extra stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you did a good job.
Survived.
okay, so your learning goals were to avoid to avoid double barrel question, and just introduce the testing in a comfortable way for the client. So I liked your introduction. So you ask about the way and if it's the first time for her to come to a helper. So I like that. You explained the process of the first session, so that was also good. You mentioned the confidentially part, also good. You also asked if it's okay if you take notes. Good.
Better than never.
Yeah. And I think also you used how
encourager?
yeah, this is the word I needed. Of course I see, so that also helped to build up trust. Also the summarizing, you said to get sure if I get everything right. I also like that because it also showed you that you want to know everything and you want to be sure that it's that you got it. So going to the information, you covered the studies, the student house, free time, and then you go you talked a lot about the boyfriend. You found out that they are 3 months together and she's very jealous, and there's like a controlling problem. So you reflected content and meaning, so you feel like and I also like that you ask about her boyfriend's character, or characteristics. There was one point when you started to talk about your family. I mean, you could ask that before she, but I mean, in the end, it wasn't the problem. Why she is here, you know, it was not the family. So yeah, I mean, just to mention that. Going to the learning goals. You want to avoid double barrel question. I mean, you always stopped at the or, so do you already know where you want to apply or, and then you stopped? But I think but I think that's better than
What's the next step?
It's so hard though.
Yeah.
When you're used to doing that, it's so hard. It's just a habit that you have to get rid
And I
of.
also think sometimes you ask something and then asking it, you think, oh, that was not specific.
Right.
And then you try to make it specific,
More specific.
and it ends up in
Yeah.
another question.
Just usually just say really general, even if I know like this English was not right and it doesn't, you won't get it. But then you just ask. I think that's what I've tried. I've tried to just say something and then, well, even if it didn't make any sense, I mean, she's gonna ask.
Yeah, I think it's also more difficult because it's in English in general.
Yeah, and it's such a setup. Like it's just this.
and
True.
I mean, you want to explain yourself, like
Yeah.
what is the specific question you want to ask. So I mean, it's normal sometimes to add something after the question, but you stopped yourself at the word or, so I mean,
I was trying to be aware of it.
Okay, the last point is the testing. I think you did a good job because you said, I'm just trying to get a clearer picture of you, and testing would help me, and it doesn't give you any characteristics. And I also like that you said, I'm in the same room as you, and if you are not comfortable with one of the question, you can tell me. So I like that. So all in all, you did a good job. For the next time, just try to avoid starting a double barrel question, but that's all I have to say.
Okay, I also really like the beginning, especially because I've only heard what brought you here today so far, and you started with, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? And I really like that because you just already get some information that you can build on, whereas when you just ask what brought you here, you get the kind of the problem, but then the client can't tell you the problem right away, so you kind of don't get anything, and then it's really hard. So I really like the way that you did it. Then a little double-barreled, but you already said that. About the encouragers, I really like the encouragers, and I really like the whole confidence that you had in the whole interview, because we were supposed to be doctor-patient, so you're supposed to be confident. I really like that. But sometimes I felt like it was a little too direct. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it depends on the client. Like if the client says, hey, I'm direct too, then it's fine. But if the client might be a little sensitive, but maybe then you also change, and so I don't know. But for example, sometimes you said wow when she talked about that she already has her whole future planned out. You're like, wow. And I think that's a little judging.
That's true.
Also, another one was, you wrote it down. Wait, I see. No, not I see.
Of course.
Of course. Of course is judging as well, because you agree and you're not supposed to agree.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I thought it's good.
yeah, but those are things that, like, for example, me, I always do that. When I talk with friends, that's what I do. I say, of course, because you want to agree with them, because you want to make them feel good. But then, it's so hard to get rid of that.
I think it's important to stay neutral, because you can say something like okay or I understand, but not of course.
Yeah.
Or,
I just understand that it's hard to not say it because you're used to saying it all the time. A lot of reflecting that I really liked, and you also shared I don't remember if it was shared or the where you share your own feelings when she said that. I don't remember. Guys are bad or something. And you said, "Well, we've all been there."
Yeah.
I was just laughing all the time.
I thought that was really funny.
I didn't even include it in the interview though. It was more
I was also wondering whether that was
Yeah.
okay or not. I don't know.
No, you can't say that. It was just because I was laughing so
You
hard.
can't? I don't know. I mean, maybe you're
On the one
supposed to
hand,
say it
it
differently, but
it might establish trust
Yeah.
on one hand, but on the other hand, it might be not professional enough. I don't know.
But yeah, I think sometimes you have to step away a little from the professional part because if you're too
Yeah.
professional, it's just too
I
cold.
think
Yes.
in real life you would probably say something like this, but I think in this course.
or maybe
Yeah.
you would just like smile or something and
Yeah.
give them the feeling that you know what they mean, but
Yeah,
don't
we'll
say
probably
it
not say
because
it,
the
yeah.
topic is a little.
Yeah.
And but then I do think it really depends on the client as well.
Yes,
And she didn't
true.
seem to be too sensitive.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Exactly. She was.
yeah.
Oh, I'm stalking my boyfriend.
I'm so,
So
okay
it's
with it.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, it's in a normal range, right? So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. It's just in a normal range. He gets that.
Okay, I have one example where I was a little unsure. It was about when you said sounds like a thought out plan, which all in all is a good reflection, but I thought maybe it was even better, just to like make it even
Yeah,
better,
no, of
it's not
course.
bad at all or anything, if you wouldn't make the emphasis on the plan, because then again it might be judging, but say it sounds like you really thought about it a lot, because then you
Okay.
would reflect her and not judge the plan. You
Yeah,
know, like the
okay.
focus is on something
Yeah,
else,
no,
not on
I
the
see what
plan,
you
but on
mean.
her. Yeah, encouragers a lot of okay, really good, which just made you blur out even more. And I think basically, I mean, you can read all the open questions and stuff. That's just what we write down every single sentence, which I think is stupid, but
No,
Yeah.
Thank you.
you're welcome.